for grab on US East, as well as their portion of the $1 million prize pool. Don't forget, 10 weeks of open online qualifiers, all for your chance at a little bit of the 10 million. But Landjock trading back out right away, getting in a pretty tight wall fight here as we're trying to explain a little bit of what these guys are fighting for. As he pushes into the box, able to get the edit through, but then just disengages now.
Dude, that whole fight was incredible. Jaden Shots, unfortunately, he's going to take the brunt end of that one. Can Landjock survive? He manages to live through that one. Giraffe was not enough for Landjock. That whole fight was incredible because the entire time he knew that he had to overtake the wall on the left side. He had to take that wall. If he didn't, then his opposition would have been able to try and edit into that and get the elimination onto Landjock. But now it seems like Landjock's having to deal with the entire server here, Sundown.
Because
this is where Twiz, I'm sure, would have liked to have been able to pick up that elimination earlier on, but he's going to hold him into the 1-by-1, and that health will siphon out and give him enough to be able to get out of there. But this whole fight has been dicey for Twiz, but somehow, some way, Twiz manages to stay in this game.
He found enough space, and he also needs to make sure he's able to get that wall. Instead, the player rips them both up into the sky. They say, hey, you're rotating with me as we fall inside the top 20.
Two good players going toe-to-toe against one another. That's what you got to expect at this point in time in the qualifications for the Fortnite World Cup final in New York City. It's all on the line. You're going to have the talent in here, the names, everyone that you would expect to see in a top-tier competitive Fortnite environment. They're here, and they're bringing their A game, folks. But we also have some new faces as well, and that's always a plus. But right here, though, this is a stacked lobby.
Stacked indeed. Honestly, might be an understatement, as now we're inside the top 15, so everyone getting at least the 5 placement points, plus whatever eliminations they can rack up. Bizzle looking for more, finds it right away. Colin frags the Envy youngster going down there. Bizzle punishing him. Twiz also picking up Hysteria, but you have Dubs, somebody who is super high up on that leaderboard, now in control of Ultimate High and pressuring down towards Hogman. We have Bizzle in the top right, Enzo in the bottom right,
the Dynamite
also occupying the bush, and Dynamite going down towards the low ground. Say hello.
There's only going to be one baller left, and that will be courtesy of Blind, but Blind's going to get knocked out of that one. Hogman is going into a fight with Dubs up above, and then you have Bizzle and Enzo on the right side of your screen. And this fight up above is insane, but I do want everyone to focus their attention on what's going on over here on the right side, because Enzo's at that ultimate low ground. Bizzle, he's looking for the opportunity, finds a player in front of him. Is he going to be able to come out on top of this fight here? He does have that blue pump. One shot, that could be all the difference maker. That could be all he needs. He's going to edit this one out. He owns a lot of the real estate that's going to be around here, and is going to go outside of the storm to try and engage on this, and it's going to work out for him as he takes out that player. Well done by Bizzle. That's his 6-1.
And now we have a ghost story again. It is a ghost v ghost 1v1. I got chills. Too spooky for me. Who will close it out as Bizzle maintains circle control? But Enzo gets the better shot. But Bizzle trades it out, with the difference being the Storm Tick. 4 HP, not converting onto it. Bizzle takes home the victory out with the 6 eliminations. But also, I want to, whatever happened on the high ground, something absurd, because Hogman fell down all the way and got self-eliminated, and then Dubs just got a huge double on the backside of the circle from that mid-tarp, pushing him in. Now we're inside the top 12 as Dash picks up AJ as well.
Just heard a boogie go off too. Pierre is looking around, wants to find someone. He's going to have a green tack. A green tack in the late game here is something that you don't see all the time, but he's got to make it work somehow and then upgrade, but he won't be able to because Glowing will stop him right in his tracks. And now Glowing actually is going to be feeling the brunt of that one just after picking up that elimination. You think you're going to be safe, but not when it's top 9, not when it's the best players in NA East and Fortnite all going toe-to-toe. There goes the boogie bomb, but it's going to be blocked there for the moment. And then Vivid goes right back around to just get ownership of all of this terrain. Once again, it's something he does so well.
He has no builds. He has no builds, GB. He needs to be super careful here. Running around the low ground, picks up Spyrock as well. 70.
What? That was disgusting. Morris thought that he was going to catch Vivid with his pants down, but no, that belt was tied up nicely, and Vivid manages to hold this one on the low ground and should have picked up, yes, he picked up a decent amount of builds to be able to fight this one. That player's going to be hacking out of the tree. Vivid knows that this is an opportunity to get aggressive on this player.
Also gets a second AR, so he doesn't have to worry about the reload and swap, which you might not have enough time to do in the late game. Looking for an edit peak, does own both the walls, drops the edit player, picks up ZI to get himself into the top 5 as well. 9 elimination points. points, 7 placement points, 16-point match so far as Wallspar presses Vivid.
This is going to be a tough fight for Vivid because he doesn't have the shields and he needs to regroup. So he is able to pop a mini, but he's going to get chunked for a decent amount of damage there. Wallspar has him. He's going to be back against the Storm. Vivid is not going to be able to come out on top. But what a run did Vivid have there. That was so impressive. Wallspar will get the better of him. Damien is going to be in that mid ground. No Cry as well as SweetWise. Some names that I haven't personally seen before. So let's see if we're going to get a cheeky victory royale here from SweetWise, who has that high ground. Meanwhile, down low, you have Wallspar waiting to see if Damien's going to go in and challenge him. And Wallspar is able to get the elimination. But now SweetWise with the high ground punishes Wallspar and then goes up to the sky. And this is very, very risky to do here. Because if he does, yeah, there you have it. I was going to say it was an ambitious play. He went up to the sky, tried to get away from it. It just was not meant to be. And SweetWise will pick up the victory royale.
SweetWise, very SweetWise.
Going out to Av. That's it right there. Beautifully done. Germ just fell right into his hands. And that was a nice trap elimination to get him yet another elimination for the tail end of the NA East queue time. Every single point counts at this point.
Every point matters. We saw that Europe came down to the difference of tiebreakers. It was about a victory out or not. We saw Oceania come down to the difference of a single point. We saw Brazil come down to the difference of a single point. They want everything they can as Dubs is being pressured by Pacifist on that high ground. You have Yurli, Nighttime, Dom, Kydra, and Av. Nighttime in there as well. Just said that. Maro, the other one, on the low ground. 9 players left, GB.
But now, Av is going to wait. Does he bust in? Yes, he does. He's going to go right into the face of Nighttime and will get more builds for his trouble.
Nighttime right there. Ab says you can tuck yourself in and turn on your night light because you're going back to the lobby. Won't have time to queue up for another match, so that's going to be the end of his tournament there as Sporty Kid 2019 is pressuring Dubs.
Still in
and
this?
Dubs could get sneezed on. Dubs could get tapped by a breath of anything. He's going to drop down. Look for anything he can get. Had no more mats. Dropping down there. 6 players remaining. Sporty Kid getting taken out by Kydra on Ultimate High. Maro and him in an engagement right now, and everyone's just trying to stay with the circle except for Pacifist going for the heal.
I think Kydra Kydra is going to win this. If he lands on Pacifist, though, and Pacifist is going to be there healing off, and Kydra's going to move into it. Kydra and Pacifist are right next to each other, but Kydra will be able to stay alive long enough. Pacifist went for that double campfire composition, just went to drop those 2 items down to keep him alive, but